Good morning. Liz, thank you. Liz asked for a moment of silence for Ed Koch, and I think that's the least. We're going to pay respects to Ed Koch for a long time because he really made this city what it is today, and his successes have been building their careers on him. Ed was the quintessential mayor. We almost lost this extraordinary building, if you remember, back in the 70s. And as a matter of fact, at that time, the whole city was crumbling. And then we elected Ed Koch, and he was a civic savior for our city in desperate times. And he will be remembered as one of the greatest and certainly one of the most important mayors in our city's long history. When we were down, Ed Koch picked us up. When we were worried, he gave us confidence. When someone needed a good kick in the rear, he gave it to them. And if you remember, he enjoyed it. Ed loved the job because he was so good at it, and his legacy is all around us in all 5 boroughs. And I think it's fair to say that no retired elected official in the history of the world remained more involved, more vocal, and more relevant than Edward I. Koch. And of course, leave it to Ed to exit the stage just in time to maximize interest and ticket sales in the new documentary about him, named what else? Koch. I talked to his sister this morning, and we reminisced a little bit, and she pointed out that Ed went the way he would have wanted to go. No pain, still kicking and fighting. I talked to him a couple days ago, and he gave me some advice, which I probably didn't want to hear. But he was always doing that. Ed stayed relevant, stayed interested right till the very end. He was a great friend of a lot of ours, particularly of mine. He was one of the few people to endorse me back in 2001, and he remained a strong supporter. He was someone I always could turn to for wise advice and counsel throughout my time in City Hall, and no one gave advice like Ed. I remember, for example, a time when he said to me, "Limit the size of sugary drinks. No one will notice." Well, he may not have said that, but he was never afraid and never afraid to tell anyone, what the thought was, whether it was on New York One or on Bloomberg Radio or on his street corner. And I have enormous respect and admiration for what Ed was able to accomplish during some of the city's toughest times and for the integrity he brought to the job and to every part of his life. And when we mourn his passing, Ed really, we always say this, but Ed really would have wanted us to celebrate his life and the life of the city he loved. So I think it's only fitting that we're gathered here today to celebrate the life of another New York City icon, Grand Central Terminal. Now, it's not easy to last 100 years in a city of constant change, and there's not a better looking centenarian in the whole world. If you remember 1913, and I may be the only one here old enough to do that, it was a big year in New York City. The famous post office on 8th Avenue was dedicated. The first crossword puzzle appeared in the New York World. Vince Lombardi was born in Brooklyn. And this building, which has become one of the most famous and beloved landmarks, opened. And even though Grand Central has become a city within a city, a place where you can shop or dine, see an exhibition or visit an art gallery, pose for wedding photographs or participate in a flash mob, at its heart, this is a commuter train station, a place where every day nearly 1 million people pass through as they head to work or travel back home. And it's because such an icon is a testament to a genius of those who designed it, to the hard work of those who built it, to the wisdom of people like Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis who fought to save it, and to the generosity of those who restored it. Jackie's daughter is here with us. Your mother really made a very big difference here. Grand Central is not just a treasure for New Yorkers. It's also a major attraction for millions of visitors who come here every year. And it's a symbol of all that is great about our city. It's rooted in an incredible history while also being thoroughly modern. It represents beauty and art, but also commerce and industry. It's an innovative and visionary place, and it has the same power to inspire awe and wisdom whether you walk these corridors every day or you're visiting here for the first time. Our administration is committed to ensuring that Grand Central and the vitality that it fosters in this area and throughout the city endures, and that's why you should know we're moving forward on a proposal to allow for a select number of world-class buildings to be built in this area in the decades ahead, while also preserving the historic character of the area. Grand Central was built to have commerce develop around it, to bring jobs and facilities to Midtown Manhattan, and we're not going to walk away from that. We're going to make sure that it continues. This is one of the world's most sought-after and dynamic addresses. This building has been a vital part of our city's growth, and we have to ensure that it remains a vital part of our growth over the next 100 years. So today, I hope in addition to looking back at what has been, you'll look ahead at what it can be, this building and what Ed Koch has left us. So thank you. Have a great celebration. And remember, no matter where you're going today, take the Edward I. Koch Bridge to get there. He would love it. Thank you.